Okay, today we're going to compare the Samsung S24D590PL with the LG 24MP76HM. Now both of these monitors are fairly evenly matched in terms of price and performance, but does one stand out over the other? Let's have a closer look. The Samsung is equipped with a 23.6-inch AD-PLS screen, while the LG has a 23.8-inch AH-IPS screen. Now both of these technologies are similar, and both screens have 178-degree viewing angles, 5ms response times, brightness of 250 candelas per square metre, and similar inputs with a D-sub and 2 HDMI ports. The LG also has 2 5-watt speakers built in. In terms of sRGB colour space, the Samsung has a slight edge, covering 93% of the sRGB colour gamut versus 87% on the LG. Now I'm just an average user, and to my untrained eye both appear to me as equally good. However, blacks do appear slightly deeper on the Samsung monitor, but only slightly. So the Samsung gets a win over the LG by the thinnest of margins. However, if you are an average user and won't be using them next to each other, you won't notice any difference between them, so really this shouldn't affect your buying decision. Now moving on to other features, let's look at the stand. The Samsung has a unique T-shaped stand, while the LG has a transparent floating stand. Now both feature metal in the base, but the LG is a heck of a lot more stable than the Samsung. The LG stand also tilts further and is easier to tilt, while the Samsung tilt mechanism is very stiff. The LG also has some basic cable management, and if you don't like the factory standard stand, the LG comes with VESA mounting holes, while the Samsung has no VESA mounting holes. So if you get the Samsung, you are pretty much stuck with what comes in the box. When it comes to navigation, both have on-screen menus. The LG touch-sensitive buttons are nice and responsive, but are not as easy to use or navigate as the more intuitive toggle found on the back of the Samsung monitor. Although the Samsung is easier and generally better, a few things are easier on the LG. For example, turning the screen off. On the LG you simply press the on-off button. On the Samsung you have to press the toggle to bring up the menu, then select off, then press the toggle again to confirm. Overall though, the Samsung is easier to navigate, but the LG has a feature that the Samsung doesn't. It has 2 5-watt speakers built in, so if your audio needs aren't very demanding, these speakers offer reasonable quality and volume. If you are a gamer or audiophile, then you can ignore this feature altogether, as you will likely use superior external speakers. Now, in terms of styling, on the back of the LG, it is a fingerprint and dust magnet with a glossy back rear, while Samsung uses a brushed matte black finish. From the front, however, it is the opposite. Here Samsung is more of the fingerprint magnet, as it uses a glossy black around the bezel, while the LG has a metallic silver finish. Speaking of bezels, the LG wins here if you are after the slimmest bezels, both in terms of width and thickness. Overall though, you can't go wrong with either of these monitors. Which one would I choose? Personally I prefer the LG, because it offers similar image quality to the Samsung, but has better features and is arguably